Hello everybody, how you doing? My name is Harold Penderson from Miami, from an organization by the name of Florida New Majority. We work around civic participation, voter protection, and also leadership development within the city of Miami, and also we have other regions in the state of Florida, Jacksonville, Orlando, West Palm Beach. And the reason we do our work is to help our community to be educated on the electoral power that we have as a collective. People who are able to vote, people who are eligible voters, have a lot of power in the decision that's coming, to our communities, and also we need to, make sure that we elect the right leaders to help us move forward. Leaders that understand our principles, leaders that understand our struggle, and also leaders that are willing to help us in a lot of areas when it comes to jobs, when it comes to development, when it comes to resources, when it comes to organizations, that want to help the community. We need more organizations like this so people can be helped, people can be appreciated, people can be heard, and also, people can feel that, their added value is heard and felt, by the community as well.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Castro. I'm Navajo, and I'm the network weaver for the Native Voice Network. The Native Voice Network is a national advocacy coalition made up of close to 30 Native organizations. And the whole idea of the network is to build power so that our Native families and communities have better outcomes and improved conditions in our communities. What has kept me engaged and what really drives my passion for this work is my own personal experience. I grew up in Los Angeles in a household with 15 relatives. I have 8 younger brothers and sisters, and we grew up partially connected to the Native community and partially isolated from the Native community. I went to graduate school and majored in American Indian Studies, and there just learned the whole history of our people and the relationship with the federal government, and realized that my family's experiences were actually not an isolated experience, but that Native families throughout LA County really had that same experience. And so my drive has been for us to be connected, to create community, to change conditions in our communities. And that's really also the vision of the Native Voice Network on a grander scale. We're really trying to not only connect community members within communities and their local Native communities, but then we're trying to create a network so that all of those communities are working together on behalf of a brighter future for our children and families.
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Charles Jenkins, and I am a leader with Chicago Coalition for the Homeless, as well as a member of the Speakers Bureau. I'm here at the Casey Grantee Convening to help roll out the new family member organization, which I sit on the committee of the Family Advisory Council. And we're here to help empower and uplift families in the United States of America that live at or below the poverty level, to give voice and power to families. Let's do it.
My name is Rasan Eisen from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm a part of the Margaret Casey Foundation that's been here today. And I just want to have a quick interview with you, just ask a few questions to get to know you better. So, I guess we can start out with your name. What's your name?
My name is Sheldon Smith. I am the founder and executive director of a fatherhood initiative back home in Chicago called the Dovetail Project.
So, all right, that's cool. I also wanted to know, why did you decide to start the Dovetail Project?
I decided to start the Dovetail Project because I grew up without my father. And I grew up with my father in and out of my life. And I became a young dad at the age of 19. Fatherhood doesn't come with a map or a manual. And a lot of my friends grew up without their fathers too as well. So, just thinking of a program to address young men who are fathers between the ages of 17 to 24 and provide them resources. So oftentimes when people say the word fatherhood, they think of men that at the age of 30, not necessarily 17 to 24. So really trying to highlight a population of young people who need that early support to strengthen their children, strengthen their family.
So basically, what motivates you to just stay into the Dove Foundation? What motivates you to just keep going year after year?
I mean, what the thing that motivates me mostly year after year with the Dovetail Project is watching success, understanding what success is, watching young men, learn more and more about fatherhood and become, eager to learn more, or, to challenge their significant other about laws that they may have learned pertaining to fatherhood, or a young man getting custody of his children, going back to get his GED, or working a great job, working at the University of Chicago, making a family wage to take care of his family.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. And to be truthfully honest, I'm just very happy that you're actually accepting the fact that even though something bad is happening to your life, you're changing it to try to help other people to, continue on and move forward, And also, where is the foundation actually? Where is its headquarters?
So the Dovetail Project is located on the south side of Chicago. We are currently working on our second location now with Head Start, the City of Chicago, and the University of Illinois Chicago, to work with Head Start families and and support fathers. So, but yeah, we're located on the south side of Chicago.
So my name is Carla Castaneda, and I come from a really small family that migrated to the United States when I was 4 years old, with my sister who was 8 and my brother who was 2. We traveled alone a long ways from home, and we reunited with my parents after a year and a half. And I discovered that being undocumented was something that stopped a person, and I decided that needed to stop. I decided that it was time to hear our voices and for us to be heard, because we all are people. And I joined Momentum Alliance, which is a youth-led nonprofit that originated from a documentary called Papers, which are stories of undocumented youth. I work in Momentum Alliance as a youth organizer, developing our new program called Leveraging Momentum, which puts youth in decision-making roles in our community, in committees, boards, in meetings where their voice is heard, and they also get to facilitate workshops. I do this because youth's voices aren't present in most decision-making things, and I know how it feels like to be silenced by other people, and I'm passionate about helping others and helping our community.
My name is Diego. I work for Momentum Alliance. I was a college freshman in around 2005, 2006, and that's when the huge marchas, like the immigration marchas, were happening. And in high school, I was doing some organizing with this measure ballot that was going to basically ban gay marriage in the state, and I was working towards voting so that gay marriage could be available in Oregon. I couldn't vote, but I was still encouraging people. So that's how I first kind of got started a little bit, and then immigration became a huge hot topic in my family, and also in the community, especially after September 11th. When I was in college, all the marchas started happening in May 1st, so I started to organize my fellow colleagues in college to do a rally at the university, and that's how I kind of got started, originally organizing, I guess.
Hi, my name is Lillian Griffin. I work with Families and Friends of Louisiana Incarcerated Children. We have 4 chapters across the state of Louisiana, one in New Orleans, one in Shreveport. We have a location in Lafayette and also in Lake Charles. What brought me to the Families and Friends of Louisiana Incarcerated Children was the incarceration of my son. Even though he's in Texas, I voluntarily work with FLIC. Going to juvenile court, speaking to families. We're also engaged with the school to prison pipeline, Dignity in Schools, and at the present we're doing a survey with data collection on how to change suspensions and find more solutions for our children to keep them from being pushed out of school and also falling into a failing system. The other thing, what motivates me the most is to keep going and to continue to do the work is God. It gives me the strength each and every day to get out there and to help families, to speak to children, to work with the children. And the other things that we do, it's just, I love it. I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I'm here to support any way that I can.
My name is Paula Bill. I'm from Oakland, California, and I'm with Costa Justa.
Nice to meet you. And what do you do with them, with that organization?
We fight for immigration rights. We fight for housing rights, tenant rights. What else do we do? Mostly housing rights, tenants' rights, foreclosure rights, and immigration rights. We're black and brown unity, and I think we're one of the only groups in that area because I haven't seen any other black and brown unity groups.
And what is the biggest fight you find right now at the moment?
Housing. We're fighting on the November election. We're fighting for tenants' rights protection from landlords, and that's on the November ballot. We've taken it to City Hall, to the mayor's office, to city council members. We have their okay, and now we want to keep it on the ballot. We want to win this. We need this protection for us, for our rights.
And what are you doing here, and what are you wanting to learn from this?
I'm at this here because I want to be here. I love being here. I came a day early just to be here. I'm enjoying everything about this conference. I think it's the greatest, best conference ever. I met so many good people, and I like meeting good people with smiles on their faces, and we're all fighting for the same thing. All of us are all connected, so that's why I love it, and that's why I'm here.
Hello, my name is Cesar Cruz, and I'm here representing the Asians Americans Advancing Justice. It's located in Los Angeles. The work we do is usually work with the youth. I'm a young youth activist right now. I help the youth find out what their leadership styles are and how they can put them to use in their communities. What motivated me to join is that we work with a lot of undocumented youth, and I, being myself an undocumented youth, it's really hard. And I just wanted to show them that there is ways of getting out there.
Something that motivated you?
What motivated me is that, you know, there's not a lot of help for immigrant youth out there. And nowadays, you know, it's becoming a little more popular, but not enough is still being done. So I want to be that part of that change.
Hi, I'm Ada Williams Prince, and I'm a program officer at the Marguerite Foundation. And I do this work because I love it, because I passionately believe in the power of people and of families, and because I do it for my own family. My mother was a single mother, and we didn't have a lot of money growing up. And I understand what it means to be part of a community that is working to build power for themselves.
Hi, my name is Raquel Teran. I'm with Mi Familia Vota. I am the state director in Arizona, and I am inspired to do the work that I do, the movement building that we do, because Arizona is ground zero in the exposure and the moral crisis of the broken immigration system. And I believe that if we build leaders and if we build power, we can change not only Arizona but the country.
My name is Lorena Andrade. I'm from La Mujer Obrera in El Paso, Texas. We're a women worker organization. I decided to begin to organize women because I feel like as women we have the information. As Mexican women we have all of our history and all of our historical knowledge that we can use to create the community that we would like to see, and to create a vision that is an alternative to the one that we are place in here in El Paso, Texas, which is we are expendable, cheap labor, and women are disposable. We saw that all as well when we lost all of our jobs because of the North American Free Trade Agreement, and that was a terrible thing for our community as women to lose that economic base. But we also took the opportunity to ask ourselves, what do we want our community to look like, and begin to challenge ourselves to implement some of those. So along with our community, we're figuring out how we want to raise our kids through our daycare center. What kind of curriculum do we want to have? Through our food, we're improving our health. Through our restaurant, which is also an economic development program. Through our traditional foods, through how we work the land, through a network of indigenous women in Mexico, where we import the artesanía, and also different connections with women across the United States. And that's the reason why we do this work, because I believe, and we believe, that as women we have the knowledge and the strength to put into practice all of our beautiful ideas that come from our history, but also from our present day and from our experiences.
Originally from Texas, now living in San Diego, California. I'm a consultant to the Marguerite Casey Foundation, working primarily on Equal Voice Action, which is a family-led membership organization, a 501c4 corporation. And what motivates me to be here is simply to be involved in helping working families have a voice in United States policy and politics.
And what motivates you?
What motivates me is just caring for working people and being interested in the issues that will help our communities have a voice in politics nationally and statewide, as well as following in the footsteps of my father, who worked in unions and worked in labor, and taught me that it was very important to advocate for oneself and to advocate for our communities in order to build a better society. So I'm trying to follow in his footsteps.
And what do you expect to learn from this today?
What I expect to learn is a lot of stories from a lot of people regarding what's happening in their lives.
Hi, my name is Raina Smith. I'm from Oakland, California, and I work for the Urban Peace Movement. The Urban Peace Movement's mission is to change the cultures and conditions that lead to urban violence. An example, like poverty, joblessness, violence. Well, violence is urban violence, but basically we're trying to change the cultures and conditions that lead to urban violence through natural and through like, in a sense, spiritual healing. The reason why I'm involved is because I lost my mom at a young age. She was killed when I was 1, so I don't know her, have any memories of her, so that's where it all started for me. I've lost several family members to gun violence, not just family members, but family members as well as friends. My brother Gary Lane King Jr. was killed by Oakland police officer Patrick Gonzalez on September 20th on my sweet 16 birthday. So that's the main reason why I got involved, because at that point my sister was like, I see you got a lot of anger, so join Silence the Violence, and that's what Urban Peace Movement was. So the reason why I'm involved and the reason why I do this work today is because I believe that there could be change. I believe that what it takes is that for people like myself and people who are actually in the neighborhoods and people who actually know what's going on in the neighborhoods to help the neighborhoods, because the best healers and the best doctors are people who have been sick before. So that's why I do this. I love doing it, and I don't ever plan on stopping.
Hello, my name is Megan Bateman. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I am from an organization called Momentum Alliance. A Momentum Alliance is a nonprofit organization which unites undocumented youth, gang-affected youth, youth with disabilities, teen parents, people in the foster system, HIV positive, and other allies. And we unite to teach people to be social justice leaders. Well, my passion is being involved and wanting to change the community, to change rights for people.
Your name?
Girso Moreno.
And what organization are you from?
Soy de la Asociación Campesina de Florida.
¿Y qué es lo que hacen?
Soy el coordinador general en la actualidad. comunidad y también soy cofundador de esa organización. Soy inmigrante de México y antes era trabajador agrícola migrante.
¿Qué es lo que hace su organización?
Pues organizamos a las comunidades rurales en Florida, incluyendo inmigrantes, trabajadores del campo, para que mejoren sus condiciones de vida y de trabajo. Hacemos desarrollo de liderazgo. La organización está dirigida por residentes de las comunidades para las que trabajamos.
¿Y cuántos años han estado haciendo eso?
Tenemos 32 años de haber fundado la organización.
¿Y qué es lo que lo motiva?
Pues yo hago esto con mucha dedicación, porque yo mismo fui afectado por la situación que tiene la gente de las comunidades rurales y queremos ver cambios, queremos ver que otros campesinos, otros inmigrantes, otra gente que vive y sufre los problemas que afectan a las comunidades rurales puedan rebasar eso y puedan tener una mejor vida, pueden tener una mejor situación como trabajadores para ellos y sus familias.
¿Qué, Fernando? ¿Su nombre y qué organización?
Yo, Fernando Cuevas Jr., vengo de la organización Southern Partners Fund.
¿Y qué es lo que hacen?
Yo soy el director ejecutivo de la fundación. La fundación apoyamos comunidades rurales en los 12 estados del suroeste para ayudar a las comunidades rurales en apoyarlos económicamente por los grants que damos, pero también en desarrollar liderazgo alrededor de leadership development, capacity building, en ayudarles a desarrollar y hacerles más fuerte el trabajo que están haciendo entre sus comunidades.
¿Y qué es lo que lo motiva?
Pues a mí lo que pasa es que yo vengo de una familia campesina. Yo me crié trabajando en las labores, me envolví en el movimiento de justicia social desde muy chiquito y luego también en mis caminos de organizar dentro de la comunidad campesina empecé y fui uno de los fundadores de esta fundación de Southern Partners Fund y fundamos en el 1998 y como miembro fundador de la fundación, siendo miembro de la fundación y aparte desarrollar y hacer de la mesa directiva de la fundación y también ahora tengo ya 10 años como personal de la fundación. Lo que me motiva mucho es mirar y hacerle fruto a la fundación para seguir apoyando a las comunidades rurales por todo el sur del oeste de los Estados Unidos.
Okay, gracias.
Hi, my name is Cindy Nelson Hoya. I'm from the Hopi tribe in Arizona, and I live in Tucson, Arizona. I'm a member of the Equal Voice Action Committee. I've been involved for the past year and a half. I was nominated and selected to sit on the Family Advisory Committee. And with that, I am reaching out to the urban Native Americans, not just the urban, but all tribes within the country, that we need to start standing up. Let our voices be heard on issues that we deal with on and off the reservation, to bring us together as one. Instead of being pushed off to the side, that we need to start rising up and voicing our concerns on poverty, unemployment, child care, elderly care. So I am here to help our people. That one thing is to come together.
Hello, how are you? My name is Rasan. I'm part of the Marguerite Casey Foundation from New Orleans, and just want to have a few questions here for you, and I guess let's get started. So, what's your name?
My name is Lauren Dangerfield. I'm from San Francisco, and I work with an organization called People Organized to Win Employment Rights. We don't work on that anymore, but we do, we're of course affiliates and definitely support the movement for employment rights. But our main interest right now is working on gentrification in San Francisco, and in the future in Oakland also.
Cool. So, why did you join that organization?
I was kind of mooched into it. I went to a high school where they required us to do some type of community service. And so I went to the program and I was like interested, and then after kind of just being interested, I got hooked, and I always wanted to do this, and it was interesting, and I loved helping my organization, and I loved helping the community and seeing all the changes that I can produce and seeing all the youth do it. So that was really interesting to me.
So when you joined, did you feel like it was just an accident, or it was just like you were bound to join?
It was almost like an accident. I joined in 9th grade, so I was 14. Someone was like, "This is a cool organization." I didn't really know anything about organizing. I just knew about the 60s, and so I was like, that happened in the past. I can't see myself doing that. All I saw was like legislation. That's the only way you can do any type of change, but I didn't know about people power or anything like that. So I thought it was really cool and interesting, and I think that's why I got hooked to organizing, because you really do see the power that people have that's not really like shown through media.
Well, thank you, Miss Lauren. That was amazing, and I'll see you again sometime.
Hi, my name is Rosa Peralta, and I am a program officer with the Marguerite Casey Foundation. I do this work because I know personally and professionally what it is like to be disenfranchised. So my passion is to help others and to work with people. Yeah.
Okay. Mi nombre es Margarita Romo y soy la directora y fundadora de Campesinos de Ayuda Voluntaria, Farm Workers Self-Help, y que está en Dade City, Florida. Tenemos 34 años allí trabajando. Tenemos 3 cosas que hacemos, más que nada es educación, también organizar y advocar por nuestra gente, con nuestra gente. Vemos la diferencia de lo que hemos hecho allí. Hacemos muchas cosas, no podemos decir nomás una u otra, porque en la vida de un campesino, en la vida de un indocumentado, hay muchas necesidades. Y nosotros tenemos que tratar de ver cómo les podemos ayudar en cualquier forma. Cuando ellos entran a la oficina, no somos abogados, pero tenemos que pensar como abogados. Tenemos que pensar como personas que necesitan ayudar a su pueblo. Y en todas las cosas que hacemos, organizamos, educamos para que ellos sean los líderes de mañana.
Hi, my name is Brad Wong. I work for the Marguerite Casey Foundation. I help run Equal Voice News, and we're based in Seattle, Washington. Our organization works with various community groups to help strengthen communities, and our overall philosophy is that no family should live in poverty. I enjoy working at the foundation and at Equal Voice News because I believe that more stories about working families and communities need to be made public, and Equal Voice News enables me to do that. I enjoy the job very much. I'm learning every day in terms of community building, family stories, public policies, and how they all connect to poverty, and what folks are doing to try and really end poverty.
Nice. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emma Sandoval, and I'm with the Southwest Organizing Project based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. SWAP is a 34-year-old organization that works to empower the disenfranchised of the Southwest to realize racial and gender equality and social and economic justice. And so we have a multi-tiered approach that we do work around a bunch of different issues. We do work around civic engagement, we do environmental justice, food justice, youth rights, economic justice, and we do that through grassroots organizing and civic engagement. And I actually started in the organization myself as a youth with the organization when I was probably like 18 years old. I came in as an intern, and the internship pretty much changed my life. The leadership development that I received at the organization was really an aha moment for me that helped me to see the world way differently. I understood it from the perspective of living in poverty, from living every day inside in the struggle, and then from like actually being able to have the language to back up all these things that I experienced and felt, and that wasn't necessarily being people were always denying that those things were real or that they were existed. And so to be able to like have language and have people and community that were working to fight the same struggles that I was, that really grounded me. And then now as a mother myself, my son keeps me grounded in that same feeling and desire to and commitment to fight for social justice, because I don't just want that for my family or for me, but I want it for the futures to come, so that we don't have to keep fighting the same types of struggles over and over and over again.
Hey, my name's Greg Johnson. I work with Southern Echo Incorporated. We're an education, leadership development, and training organization that's based in Jackson, Mississippi, but we work across the state of Mississippi, the Southeast and the Southwest region with our South by Southwest project. I became involved in organizing and doing this work as a child. I grew up in a family that was politically active and were social justice organizers. I became an organizer in the 8th grade when my local school needed new books and we didn't have them, and when there were no playgrounds in my community, and when we had illegal dump sites all over my community. And I've been doing it ever since, just because I wake up each day, I see things that are wrong that could be better, could be changed, and if they can be changed, if they could be better, I just want to be a part of doing it. I want to always be doing what's right.
My name is Angela Oakley. I work for the Marguerite Casey Foundation, which is in Seattle, Washington. I am the HR manager. I joined the organization in January. Before joining the organization, I worked for for-profit organizations, and I really wanted to start working with organizations that were making a difference. And that was really the reason why I joined the Marguerite Casey, because after I reviewed the mission and vision, I realized it was in alignment with my goals, and it gave me an opportunity to work with people who are working to help others. I am an HR manager because it gives me the opportunity to help people and to make connections.
I'm based at the Florida Immigrant Coalition, and we fight for the fair treatment of all people, including immigrants. We are involved in campaigns for immigration reform, for driver's licenses for all Floridians, ending wage theft, and just different issues like that with our partners, labor unions, students, farm workers, all across the state of Florida. I joined the movement in 2007 as a dreamer. I immigrated with my family at a very young age. I was undocumented for 14 years, and through that struggle I became very passionate about immigrant rights and making sure that everyone in this country is heard, they have a voice, that they are empowered to take action, and that's why I do the work that I do.